bar. And it's a horrifying thing when you're a singer-songwriter, especially a brand new one, and you're in Nashville and somebody says, so, what do you do? And you're like, well, as a matter of fact, I'm a singer-songwriter. And you almost expect them to roll their eyes, you know. And this guy was just really nice. He's like, oh, really? Well, sing me one of your songs. So this is what I did. A cappella in the bar, I sang him. I'll just sing like the first verse because I think that's probably all I sang for him. So it's, hey there, picker, rambling man, do you play in a gypsy band? Are you traveling across this land trying to find your way home? Do you sleep under the stars with your one true love, that old guitar, always on your back, never breaking your heart, and she's leading you home? Leading you home to dream sweet dreams. Eat your supper, we got songs to sing. Stoke the fire till the love light beams, taking you home. And so I sang it, and he's like, oh, wow, you wrote that song? I said, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, it's the first song I ever wrote. And he's like, oh, wow. He's like, well, that's a damn good song. And I'm like, well, thanks. You know, he's like, so what do you play? And I said, well, I'm actually just dinking around on this little baritone ukulele because that's what I learned to play in 2nd grade. So about all I can handle is 4 strings, maybe. And I said, but last week I said I saw this guitar on eBay, and it was this tenor guitar, this little K-craft shaped like a butterfly, and had like mother of pearl inlay, and it's just this gorgeous guitar. So I'm looking to get a tenor guitar I figure it'll fill out the sound a little more. And he goes, huh, well, I found one last week. It must be yours. Give me your address. And like, I look over and I look at his wife, and she goes, by this time she's rolling her eyes. So she's like, oh yeah, he does this all the time. And he's just like, well, it'll be a couple months, I'm on tour right now, and I had no idea who this dude was, right? So it turns out, a few months down the road, a guitar shows up on my doorstep, and I opened it up and I'm like, what does that mean? And it says PPL on it, and I look in and there's all this Pure Prairie League stuff. And like koozies and like stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I never looked up to find out who this guy was that I'd been emailing, exchanging information with, and it turned out it was John David Call, the steel pedal player from Pure Prairie League. So my lovely little tenor guitar is appropriately named Amy.
Wow, that's a great story.
It was a pretty good story, yeah. Wow.